we have the Russian volunteer corps versus the Tricksters. Tricksters, edged or triers. Is that right? Is that right? Triers?
That's right.
And we're off.
SOX actually attacking the first time, all opting for the far right-hand approach, which is very interesting to see. A very dangerous approach as they give time to spread around for the Germans.
Yeah, don't want to stop. Just run it.
Let's see.
Getting in? No.
They need to overwhelm the right-hand side in order to get a foothold. If they can't, it's going to be very, very dangerous for SOX already. This first few moments of the match is very important in order to recapture this trench. SOX actually getting a few kills. Spirit Dragon actually being able to get a few guys to spawn here. Very important. And if he can get 2 more kills here on the right side, he will actually be able to get into the right side and get all his teammates in here as well. Oh, the whole team is already dead, so here they are. Antonio took over the right-hand side. Very important place to be in. And let's see if they can keep it.
This is going to be interesting because the Russian Volunteer Corps have gone with a Stossen Trooper. Is that right? Yes. Stern Battalion.
Oh, you're right.
Are they ones for the gas?
Sir Norman actually going for a few stab kills here. But he gets killed in the end. RVC actually having one Stossgruppen squad hit. That is a gas spawned squad. So they need to wait 5 minutes and then they'll have mustard gas, which blurs vision, and it's just extremely annoying because you need to wear the gas masks.
I think they've got one. The SOX have got. Oh no, they spawn now on the left. So there's 4 in them on the left. 2 coming to reinforce them.
Well, as we predicted, SOX is actually able to overwhelm the right, take the trench from there, and score the first point. And now the most important bit is going to go. Because Spirit Dragon is on the far right, trying to get the crossfire to the far left. Very important position. He needs to land every shot he can in order to keep the left from falling. The left one is the weak point in this trench right now. And if Spirit Dragon can actually do that, I think they can hold this trench.
Oh, no, they're being pushed a little bit from the mid. Oh, there's 2 of them left. That's all they've got in the trench at the moment.
It's interesting to see that RVC is actually holding this mid position, and then this means basically they are overwhelming the whole trench, capturing it very quickly, capturing it back. Yep. And pressure is going to be on SOX to recapture it as fast as it can. Again, this could very well, if they manage to recapture this one, this is going to be a back and forth between this trench, and we'll have a very balanced match going on.
If they cleaned it again, they just go.
There's nobody anymore in the trench for SOX though, so they need to reset, and they're basically waiting for everyone to spawn in. But they know everyone is on the right, so what they're going to try is go for the left-hand side, as we're watching Irbis right now, to regain this whole trench.
You've got 5 of them going towards the left and 3 on the right, so could be interesting.
I really like that. They actually got in left, yeah. Ooh, he gets killed though by a very quick kill by sorry, Bulbin that was. But
yeah, so the 2 in on the left. I mean, if you could spawn the rest of them in.
Yeah, absolutely dead. There's 4 people of SOX in the left right now, and this is going to be very hard to capture the whole trench. But I think actually SOX has it in them to capture the mid from here. And that's going to be an important vantage point to, well, keep going right. As Johnny is now killing actually a few people in mid, as he gets instantly taken out as we watch him.
There's 2 guys coming in from the ensemble on the right, so if they don't watch out, they could actually.
Oh, Malone missing one very important player on the far right, getting in there, and that might have been the recapture of this trench again. But now we're looking at Ulrich having the only foothold left for the Antoni. He has to reload, so this is going to be interesting. If he can get 5 bullets in, he might have a chance spawning in more of his teammates. He misses the stab. That was a very good stab from Boba there to keep the left from falling.
Oh, the guys are in the right still, so SOX have got guys in still.
Well, SOX needs to capture this trench in the next minute 10, otherwise they're going to be on the back foot, and this map is very unstable if you're defending your first trench as the Ontani. So Spirit Dragon again on the far right side, trying to get as many kills as he can, but taking a little bit too much risk in order to shoot the crossover there. Sorry, that gun was louder than I anticipated. Bulba actually trying to stay in the left, and it looks like...
Sitting on the right.
They're still on the left, right, right.
Ah, no one there. Oh no, none. Oh god.
Is the foothold completely cleared right now?
Yeah, they cleaned the trench again. 26 seconds, I think.
Okay, so it's the pressure is on Yoshi and his teammate now to get into the left. They absolutely need to do it in the next 20 seconds. Otherwise, they are going to lose the trench. This attack turn, this attack phase.
There's 4 guys on the right, but they're not gonna get there inside.
Spirit Dragon running in 7 seconds. He needs to go into the trench right now. In 4 seconds, he gets in, but this is very important. This was a very important kill by Epi right there. Killing Spirit Dragon right there and actually gaining momentum in order for RVC to attack the trench itself. This is going to be very important. Luckily, for SOX, everyone spawned on the left side. So they need to capture the left side. You don't want that as the Germans.
The Volunteer Corps have done a massive fast sprint into the left-hand side on Taunt, and they're almost in.
It's interesting to see that they use their gas on the mountain here.
Yeah.
I have never seen that before, but it's well, a good way in order to walk into the trench. So they are opting for the mountain approach, gaining the the left-hand side for the Ontari, rather than gaining the little foothold finger position on the left.
They still got a couple of guys on the right-hand side of the Entente line, though. Or is he down? He's down, actually.
Let's see if Spirit can actually get the Germans under control. This is a very important... Spirit is definitely the go-to guy for SOX. He's playing all the very important positions. The positions he's running in right now prevents from the rights from falling and actually keeps the middle in check. Very important position. And he needs to utilize a few kills from getting into the mountain here. Otherwise, the left is going to be overrun. Let's see. How's the left looking?
Well, there's 2 or 3 guys on the hill, German guys, and the left is clear, but there's somebody is coming down on the far left.
Spirit Dragon actually getting a few very important kills. Gets killed in the end by a F-17 grenade here, but I think he did enough in order to defuse this little attack. They did lose the finger though, so they need to get them out of the finger, because this is a very important place to keep as SOX right now.
Yeah, the Volunteer Corps' foothold on the hill is down, so it looks like they're coming to the hill again. As though there's somebody in the far right. There's 2 of them in the far right. That's a nice place to be.
It's actually interesting to see how RVC is taking a very laid-back approach to the right-hand side, getting a little bit of the attention of SOX, keeping pressure on the right-hand side, and they probably move into either the mountain or the finger on the left.
Well, I always like to occupy the finger and then launch from there, but if you can get on the right, it's very good, but they've been cleaned again. So maybe... so got a couple of guys on the left coming in. There's one in on the left now. Russian bit. No, he's dead.
Let's see if Norman can actually kill this Antoni guy. He does. He didn't, and he needs to get this. He needs to get into the mountain right now. Trying for a very aggressive jump shot stab. I'm not sure what that was, but he misses it, and he gets taken down there. But I think that the approach of RVC is very good, but SOX is defending this very, very well.
I think that depends where you get to. You get shepherded to which side to attack, don't you, from your spawn, so from wherever you spawn. I think, so they now spawn mostly on the right. I think they actually do want to attack the hill. I see people moving that way.
Well, SOX was able to defend the whole trench, and now they are in the advance right again to retake the trench. This is a very, very good performance by SOX. As Malone here gets killed by an airplane bomb, but it's It's much harder than you'd think to do what SOX just did. So, and they're already in on the far left for the Antani in the German trench. They're actually able to spawn a few guys in, more in on the far left.
They need to push forward and clean though, otherwise those grenades are just going to come in and look at them.
And just as you say it, I capture a beautiful grenade on Malone there. Let's see if we can spectate anyone from RVC. Getting a very nice pistol kill right here. It looks like RVC is stabilizing a little bit in this trench.
Yeah, trench is being cleaned. It looks like there's an attack building on the right. There's only 3 of them there though. And it looks like there's an attack building on the left.
Let's take a bird's eye view on what's happening right now. A very big push on the left, a very important push as well.
Push on the right, mate.
Sorry, on the right. But RVC knows about this and they're redirecting a lot of people to the far right.
It's those nades. Those nades are coming down like rain.
I like... That's probably why they use the gas squad as well, because that's a squad with grenades. The other one doesn't have it. Interesting choice. Love it. RVC actually being able, with this counter push, to get them out of the far right and retaking the whole trench, stabilizing the situation a little bit.
They've let 3 guys into the left though. 4 guys to the left now though.
Oh shit! Yeah, they did overcommit on the defending the far right, and now they lost the left.
Oh, you might see someone through the middle that you wanted to see. There we go.
Spirit Dragon actually getting a few nice kills.
Was that? Did they both kill each other? Is there now shared kills now going?
I'm not sure what happened there. SOX actually defending and attacking this trench very good, gaining footholds at the moment they need, and actually having enough people in here, 7 people, in order to take the trench. They need to wipe the Germans one more time, and then they capture this trench.
Push on. Hide the nade storm.
A few very good plays by kills by Spirit Dragon right here. If he can get one more, it is going to be a capture for this trench. But sadly he dies, and Obesity is able to well, stabilize the situation, actually making sure to recapture the trench a little bit.
So foothold, we're in foothold.
Let's see if this is the last push from SOX. They need to kill at least 5 people here in order to start capturing the trench again. And this is a foothold. So if SOX gets killed here, they lose the momentum and they need to go back to defending their own trench again. So
I'd like to see someone flanking now, because they're just going to get hemmed in if they stay in that corner.
Well, it's very interesting to see how SOX is actually trying to defend their foothold right now. By going to the far left and actually covering all their flanks, but not the head-on approach.
What have we got? Foothold, 32-40, moving into extra time shortly if they can get another 7 kills.
Airbus being a very good spawn anchor there, actually regaining 6 people into this trench, enabling a lot of kills and actually capturing the trench. It's 2-0 and 2-1, and a very important capture right now, as it was already the foothold and very, very close in order to be in the back foot again. SOX doing a really, really good performance right here, retaking this trench in the last moment.
Yeah, it's very good. It's gonna. I mean, the test is whether they can hold it or not, though, with that spawn being so close.
That's the most difficult part about this, about Artois. But I like the spread SOX is already having, as we can see in the bird's eye view. They are trying to get a nice, decent spread over the whole trench, but it gets a little bit diffused. They lose the left. This is a very important position. But they are able to kill the majority of RVC, so this is... The first counter-attack by RVC is actually being taken down a little bit.
Yeah, the RVC have got one in on the left, though, which is going to be hard to get rid of him.
Yeah, it's Bulbul just laying on the floor, trying to spawn his mates in. And you will see him here from here going towards well, his right, but the far left in order to retake the whole trench. And they actually he gets the spawn in. That's why there's so many Germans right now. And that's why they are retaking the trench again. So another back and forth in this match.
Yeah.
They need to be careful not to lose too many people though, as Airbus has a tremendously very good flank in the middle. Nobody expected him there, and he actually gets enough kills in order to stabilize the situation for SOX, making this defending phase take just 1 minute 30. If they can defend 1 minute 30 longer and remove the foothold, they are going to win this trench, and then things are going to be really interesting in seeing if SOX is can actually steamroll.
The next line is very difficult to hold, isn't it?
Absolutely. You expect the Germans to lose the next trench, but let's take into this trench because it's going back and forth tremendously. Yoshi actually killing a few of the Germans right there, defusing the counter-attack they were putting on the right. It does end up falling. The mid did fall. But they need to. The Germans need to spread out more. The Germans need to get a firm foothold in the right, which they just did.
Yeah, they have done. Yeah, I'm going to say they needed to be. I think they're being slightly unfortunate at their spawns. It tend to be sort of bits and bobs where they use like a wave. They can take this.
They absolutely did. In 30 seconds left on the clock, they were able to retake this trench.
Wow.
And now putting SOX back on the attack. So that was a very important take for RVC with 30 seconds left on the clock. By this capture, they actually dodged a bullet, I think. If they would have been wiped one more time, it would have been very difficult to get back.
I thought they lost that trench then, but yeah, you're right.
Well, SOX is slowly recapping this trench again, so it's already switching around again. The attacking side right now is SOX. Ian gaining the left and the mid right here, and this is a very important place to keep. As the Germans spawn in mid, let's see how many kills they are getting. We see more kills coming through for RVC, very important for them, and actually a nice flank going on to the left part here. Let's see if. It's confusing. There's so many kills going down. It's confusing to see what's happening, what's what. But it looks like SOX and RVC are just dead on equal in the middle part of this trench, and they are so close to recapturing this trench again. But it's difficult to see what's what at this moment.
I can't tell. I really can't tell. I mean,
so many things happening at the same time right now. But
it's very even, isn't it, this game?
So they are fighting over the mid right now, and the team that captures the middle part right here will be retaking the trench and actually gaining momentum again.
The SOX guys get into the trench now. They should cap it much faster because there is no Germans in.
Not everyone is in from SOX right now.
It's a bit of a mistake there. Okay, so they've got two of the volunteers are in on the right. Oh no, just one.
SOX is defending this trench right now. They are 1 point ahead, so the Germans are attacking.
Oh, so they got it back. I completely missed that. I can't keep up.
This trench is going to transition sides from sides so many times. It's interesting to see. But in the end, in that transition, SOX was able to retake the trench, kill a lot of people, and actually they're looking to regain the whole right-hand side in order to clear the foothold. But in the next minute or so, it's going to you'll see a nice spread going on, and then from the last minute they're going to advance to the middle part, to the right side again. But they need to be able to keep the left, otherwise they might even lose this trench. But he doesn't. Oh, Ulrich actually getting two very important kills right there. Let's find him right there. In order to keep the left, he needs to spawn in his last mate and kill a few people in order to not let this trench fall. You can see a flag right now turning blue, and when that's fully blue again, then they successfully defended the trench, but they'll have to keep it fully blue for the next minute. Now it's getting very inside. So RVC needs to retake this trench in the next minute, and
Are they
it's going to. I think they have enough people in there to actually do it, but if SOX lose 2 or 3 people right now, they will absolutely lose this trench. It is very, very close. It's so close, it's hard to keep up what is happening and who's killing who. But these teams are dead on equal, as the MP18 is actually raking havoc by operated by Dundermuffin, getting 4 quick kills in a row. Very important kills as well, as this actually opened up. He killed a whole squad right there, and that's why they were able to retake this trench, making it 3-3 again. SOX having 3 minutes left to retake this trench, but this game can still go anywhere.
That's a lot, and a lot of the SOX in on the left now.
Yeah, the SOX are heavily focused on the left-hand side, trying to capture the middle part from this left. Airbus actually getting a very good kill on Dundermuffin with the MP18, and flanking around to get the middle. If he gets in the... Go on.
I was going to say, it's a bit of a meat grinder in the middle. Right?
Absolutely, but this is the most important part of the trench. Airbus getting actually a very important kill just before the spawn came in, and that's what... they are full in. The whole team is into this trench, and they have nobody in this trench, and that is how they retake this trench. They need to defend it for 3 minutes, and then it's going to be very, very difficult for RVC to take the trench again. But
there's only 4 minutes of the match left, so.
But I think it's going to switch sides again. Very close if SOX is not careful. Let's see what in bird's eye view, because we can't keep up going with first-person views. We have a foothold in the right for the Germans, yes. Spawning people in, and Antalya keeps an eye on the left. There's a few flanks going in for the left, for the Germans as well, being successful as well. If the left falls, Antalya lose. If the right falls, Germans lose. That's basically what is happening right now.
Looks like the right is being cleaned by the SOX. Has it been cleaned? Yeah, I think it has. Although there's a spawn just behind it, so they could get back in again. Yeah, they're in. They're in on the mid and to the right.
Yeah, Airbus is actually holding a very passive line here in order to get a few kills on the right-hand side, and I would like him to get into the action on the middle part, because I think he's one of the best players of SOX. And if he can recapture the mid for his team, it's going to be an Antalya side, but they already retake it. Let's look at Spirit very hard here. Killing 3 people in quick succession. Very well done. This might be able... This resets their defenses. If they can clear out the trench on the right-hand side now, that means the Germans are completely reset, and they'll have like a minute to 30 seconds in order to take this trench.
There's some guys, there's Germans in on the left now, so on the Entente's left, so it's oh god, it's anybody's, isn't it?
It's absolutely anybody's. Well, basically what happened is RVC and SOX traded places. RVC actually retaking the middle part now and the left part, so this will mean they are going to retake this trench. There's nobody in the trench for the Antalya side, so they're easily recapping this trench. What they need to do now is 1 minute 50 in order to defend this trench successfully, and they are fighting only for a draw. So RVC is fighting for a draw, and SOX is fighting for the win right here, with only 1 minute 30 on the clock. So if this flag turns completely blue, SOX will go and will take this map in an extremely close map right now. It's very important for SOX to keep the left-hand side. They actually did. They had 7 people in there. Oops. Retaking this trench, but Dundermuffin is taking tremendous damage to to SOX. And let's see if RVC is able to take the trench back in the next minute. Otherwise, they lose this map.
I think they've lost it. Oh no, they're in on the right.
They're in on the right.
Every time I look, I think they've lost it, and then there's more in.
It's extremely close, and SOX is fighting for the win here. They need to keep 45 seconds more to just defend this trench, not being overwhelmed by the Germans, not getting a team wipe, and then they'll be fine. But it's extremely close. This map is notorious for swapping places, swapping trenches just at the last seconds of this map. Airbus needs to stay in here. What we'll see SOX do now is take more passive lines. You want to see more passive lines, less deaths from SOX's side, in order to make sure you don't lose this trench. If this flag fills up completely red, they will lose the trench again. It's equal, but it looks like they cleared out the whole trench right now.
It's 8 seconds, mate. 7 seconds. I think this is what it's going to be.
I think RVC has too little people into the trench. Didn't kill enough people towards the end, but it was absolutely close. RVC SOX ending in a ridiculously well played match by both sides. 5-4 for SOX.
Well played, everybody.
GG to both teams. What do you think about this match, Creo?
I really enjoyed that. Look at that. What's his name? Dunder Miffin got 63 kills. That's rather a lot, isn't it?
63 kills, yeah. What we're looking for at the scoreboard. Everyone that goes above 60 kills is being a legend in the server. And Dunder Miffin with his MP18 actually shredding sometimes whole squads. With his,
he was having fun, wasn't he?
He must have been. 63 kills is a gigantic amount, especially in Artois, in 8 versus 8s. And it looked like the rest of the teams were very equal, right? A little bit 40-ish.
Yeah, they look very balanced teams, didn't they? I thought that was a very good game now, and I really couldn't tell what the hell was going on. It was that one trench, everybody's fighting over that massively. Are we going straight into the next round?
I think this one is a break. Sir Norman is currently typing towards to me, so let's see what he's saying. He's saying a break for 5 minutes, but we can discuss this this map for a bit. Let me transition to the two shoutcasters in the game. So we're being shown on the stream again, but this was an absolute ridiculous match, wasn't it?
It was a very good match. That was very well balanced. I mean, I couldn't really tell what was going on towards the end there. Especially in the middle part, like with 10 minutes left on the clock. So much action was going down in the middle part of this trench, as we already forecasted that this is going to be the killer hole, or how did you call it? The meat grinder? It's a meat grinder, isn't it? It's I couldn't really work out who was coming. Because who was holding the trench at what point when. It was sort of very confusing, because every time I'm looking at it, there's guys coming in on the right who were then falling, but then they were replaced by guys on the left. I mean, everything was just all over the place. It's great. And then Dunder Mifflin was obviously going in there and just spraying everything.
He played such a difficult position as well, but I think the MP18 made it a lot easier to get the kills going, right? So he was standing most of the time here, peeking this middle part, killing like 3-4 players, and you can't have that in this particular trench, because then you're instantly overwhelmed and you're going to lose the trench, and it switches sides again. But I did notice if he was standing there, I did notice there was always a shower of nades going off if he was in the direction he was facing. So he was obviously being helped by the other members of his team who were made in the center section. In order to do this, in order to recapture this trench constantly, you need to know where your teammates are constantly, and both teams, just demonstrated us that they have this team chemistry going. They got good communication, absolutely. The moment we were looking at the right-hand side, they were already setting up an attack on the left-hand side, because they know they're going to lose the right-hand side. Every one of RVC or SOX was actually overcommitting in order to retake a left or a right-hand side of the trench, which opened up the way for the other team to just run into the left-hand side. And that takes coordination, and it's very well done by both teams.
We're not giving this
they must be using the shot cooling. You're using a shot cooler, both of them, do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually want to quickly drop into their discords and see how they are organizing it, but it's both in Russian and not allowed, so we're not going to do it. But it would be interesting to see how they organize it. It's way more difficult to do it, and the only way you properly do it is having a squad leader actually telling you what to do and where to go. A lot is dependent on the where you spawn, because if you spawn on the squad, you can spawn either in front of it, which is a leapfrog, or you spawn on them or behind you. And behind you is obviously the worst possible outcome. But if you, for instance, if you're in this trench right here, in this shell hole, it is possible to spawn somebody, on the left-hand side into this little part. That is possible, but most of the time you'll see people going towards the right or even back towards this shell hole. And that is really determining how you are going to advance the trench itself. And as we pointed out during the match itself, is that the Germans had a few very bad spawns for themselves, actually resulting in the loss of a trench. For instance, when they were attacking the right-hand side, people got spawned back into this huge crater. I'm not even sure what this is, and that's how they did. So a couple of times lost the trench, but it was absolutely equal. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen with switched sides.
It's going to be, be interesting to see which squads they go for again, because I mean, Dawson's Troopers did quite well, you got to say, which I wouldn't have picked personally, but what do I know?
Well, I don't like the gas on the hillside for the Germans attacking the trench, but I don't think that especially helped them or something. But I think they chose it for both the grenades and the MP18 as. So who was using the MP18 again?
It was it Dinder or was
Boba?
Yeah, was it Dunder?
Oh yeah, Dundee Mifflin. Yeah, absolutely. Dunder proving that actually MP18 is a very, very powerful weapon, especially defending against the Germans, your own trench.
If you can get the kick under control, yeah. It's,
oh, he did it perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, just a few moments more, and then we're going to be going live in the next match.
Looks like we're in a double recon situation again.
Yeah, they are switching. So what we're looking at is these little flags on the right-hand side and the left-hand side in order to see what squads they are. And everyone is going to use recon squads. So no grenades this time, no gas. And I'm going to transition to the second half of this match. All right, in 20 seconds we will be ready. Creo.
Mate,
what are we going to see?
I'm hoping for more of the same. I mean, I'd like to see it in the Entente line this time, but well, you know, happy to watch it anywhere, I suppose.
It's going to be RVC against SOX in the second half, and RVC actually trying to gain 1 point in order to make it equal. So here we go. You can see RVC actually going into the attacking the far right, just as SOX is at their advance. Epi actually getting a nice 360 in there, and instantly getting a foothold on the right-hand side. This is a very, very important advance. So what they already freed up the right-hand side. You'll see the SOX guys overcommitting to the right-hand side now.
Attack looks a bit disjointed though. Looks like we got 2 or 3. Oh no! Now they're going for the right-hand side.
They were waiting for their spawns to come in, and now they are able to just move in and advance on the right-hand side. How is it looking on the right-hand side?
The right hand of the Entente, it looks like we've got 3, 2 in, 1 just outside, and then we got 2 in the middle of no man's land.
Here was actually looking to regain the left-hand side here, right-hand side for the Entente, and getting a few very important kills. If he can kill this last guy as well, it would have been very important, but he gets killed from behind by a very well flank by Sherlock.
It doesn't feel like the SOX are committing to the right-hand side. It's just been holding back on the left, which I don't think is the right thing to do. Now they're into the mid.
Let's see how.
I think they're starting to take the trench now, aren't they, really?
RVC have 6 people in, and Sir Norman actually flanking them. They don't know he's here. He actually kills a lot of people right now. 3 people and counting, but that was a very important kill, a couple of kills, making it possible for the Antoni to take the trench right now, scoring their first point.
Wow, that was quicker than I was expecting.
And Major Blunder actually getting a few nice kills as well, stabilizing the far left. We're going to see SOX, how they are going to go at this, retaking this trench, but I have a feeling they'll be able to stabilize here.
Yeah, they still got the left, so they're moving now. They're pushing down into the mid. So yeah, and they've got the sap and the sort of redoubts in the middle. But,
Spirit Dragon actually being the stars player here, getting 3 kills on the mid. Very important kills as well, which enables again the start of capturing this trench. So whoever gets more kills right now in this little skirmish in the mid again is going to be able to take this trench, and it looks like SOX is going to get ahead of those kills.
There's just 3 more guys they've got to get rid of on the far right. 2 guys. So it's a full there now.
And there you go. SOX were able to kill enough people, making sure they killed enough people on the right-hand side to retake this trench. There's a very important thing we haven't discussed yet. If you're defending, you have a 10-second delay on your spawning in. So it takes 10 seconds more to get reinforcements. That's why you will see this switching around this much. As SOX already... Did they? Oh no, they didn't retake it, sorry. They successfully defended the trench. But the defenders get more time with their reinforcements. So you have an attacker's advantage in that one.
Hmm. And it looks like they are making the most of it at the moment.
As RVC is actually trying to retake the mid section right now, having ridiculously aggressive pushes on top of the trenches.
SOX have got the Entente's right side. So yeah, so the RVCers left to mid, aren't they?
Yeah, left to mid again for the Entente, and you can see Sir Norman actually pushing to the far right now, or right. Actually getting a very good kills here. He could actually defuse the whole German defense right now. If he would have gotten 2 more, that would have easily been the recapture of this trench. But this might actually be enough, as they also got people into the right. A very good coordinated attack here for RVC, going through the mid via Sir Norman as we were watching it, but also simultaneously actually having a squad on the far right advancing through no man's land.
I wonder if Duncan's missing his MP80.
You can definitely see that going on. Dunder Mifflin being a very important impact player in the last match, but Sir Norman actually having staying alive there, being able to spawn in his teammates, his squad mates, a very important deed as well. With still 1 minute on the clock to retake take this trench for the Entente. So he needs to stop.
Every time they're going to get more people in.
Okay, Sir Norman actually advancing here with 2 bullets left in the chamber. Very interesting to see. But he was comfortable in pushing out, even though he only has 1 player being the spawn anchor, because he has 1 spawn anchor behind him. And he overlooked Ulrich getting stabbed in behind. It is so interesting to see how equal these 2 teams are, and they are definitely going toe-to-toe here. RVC has 24 seconds left in order to retake this trench. Otherwise, it's going to be a draw again. AP actually getting a few important kills as the fight is breaking loose again in the middle part of this trench. Germans firmly positioned in the left, spawning actually 7 people in the left, so almost the whole team. And the Entente are going to try and get them out of there. But that's going to be extremely difficult, and they get demolished there. They didn't get any kills. That's actually very dangerous, and this might actually mean that SOX is going to retake this trench.
It looks like it. Looks like they're rushing down through them.
They're still defending it, so excuse me. So they successfully defended it. They need to clear the foothold after 10 seconds, and they're actually preparing to advance on the far right in order to get them out here.
I don't think that.
Okay, so now they only have a foothold. The Antoni only has a foothold. If the last guy dies here, they will lose the foothold and they get the advance. But
he spawned in. He spawned in. Spawned in.
Let's see if Norman can actually kill a few people here. He ends up dying, but SOX keeping the right-hand side. It's this game progresses so fast as the spawns are so close to each other. It's interesting to see. Mid is again with RVC right here. So let's see if they can retake this trench with the lost foothold. They are actually successful in killing a lot of people, and if Bilbo or anyone of RVC is able to kill a lot of people of SOX, they will definitely capture it again. But that's very important.
Is that Norman on the far right-hand end of the Entente line?
I can't tell.
Don't worry.
The Germans are actually looking to clear the foothold now on the far right-hand side. Let's see if we can spectate the right-hand approach.
Just as the spawn came in, that's literally the whole team is now in on the right.
They need to be extremely careful, RVC, is that they are not going to lose this foothold, because then they instantly, are on the defense again. But it looks like they killed enough people with this last push to retake the trench, but they need to get one more squad wipe in order to take it. But RVC, just like that, takes the trench again.
Watch my back.
This is having the same characteristics as the other match, isn't it?
It just feels like it's carrying on. But,
absolute chaos.
If they can get themselves together to defend this, coming down the midsection now is the SOX on, and the SOX are in.
RVC needs to kill the people in the mid, because if they lose this hallway leading towards the mid, they are going to lose the trench again. As RVC only has 3 players into the trench right now, and they're losing the trench again fast.
Yeah, it does seem that that's what happened in the last match, is that somebody wasn't watching that mid-communication link.
Well, this match goes so fast because at one moment you don't have anyone in front of you, and the other moment you have the whole enemy team against you, and that's actually what happened. They were able to run into the right-hand side and retake the trench from there because they have the whole team in there. And this is just a spawning advantage being shown right here and demonstrated how it works in your favor.
Well, you need to camp a little. I think if you're defending, don't you, Ray?
I think SOX and RVC are just so aggressive, also when they're defending, that indeed they need to take a little bit more passive lines and get more kills from a distance, or something like that. But they need to change. They die too much. That's basically what happens. Each and every time when they are on top of the trench, they get too comfortable playing like that, and you get punished by it. You lose too many people, you lose the foothold from one squad, and then the whole thing is going to fall apart and you're going to lose the trench.
Yeah, I wasn't advocating lying on the trench floor or something like that. I was more talking about going and taking a corner, waiting for people to come, then moving to the next one, that sort of thing.
Yeah, you want to see a little bit more of the passive lines. Absolutely. Yeah. Exactly, but whoa, Yoshi actually doing a 180 right there, shooting Sir Norman. Very good shot. And that actually opens up the right-hand side again. Nice defense there for the German side. It is interesting to see that the Germans, they are calling it out that there's Antoni on the left, Antoni on the right-hand side, but I think they're constantly overcommitting. So what we'd like to see, I guess, is a couple of guys staying onto the right-hand side more and splitting your squads up like that. So not advance with 6 people at the same time to the left, but rather trickle in instead of what they're doing right now. Do you agree, or what do you think?
Well, I mean, I think if you can keep an end tie down, basically, and you've got to keep pushing, or at least one person. You've got to have one person pushing up, trying to clean the trench. Otherwise,
Spirit Dragon is doing a tremendous job at just that, though. He walked into the left hand side on his own and killing 4 people on his own. So that's a very good play by Spirit Dragon. But it's not enough. Oh, it is enough to defend the trench. As RVC has 50 seconds, sorry, I do it again, in order to retake this trench, or otherwise they're going to be defending their own trench and risking a total defeat. But bear in mind, RVC is 1 point behind, isn't they? Aren't they?
I don't know. I'm seeing it as being equal, but it must be 1 point behind, surely, because they've got the trench.
I mean, in addition with the last match.
Oh, I see. Yes, at 1 point behind. One trench ahead.
So SOX, if they can just keep this trench, they are fine. And they
now they pretty much got it back, haven't they?
No, RVC is in mid now, but they're getting punished and killed on the mid side. But they don't have a foothold, and if this last guy from RVC are going to die, they're going to lose their tech rights, and now they're on the back foot. So RVC needs to not only defend this one in the next 3 minutes, but also capture the trench to make it equal, and capture another one to win this whole series, this match.
Seems like coming down through the sap, the right hand finger.
Actually getting two persons in, that's really important. And we're going to look at Spirit Dragon to actually spawn in 3 of his mates. And if he's able to spawn in Malone, which should be enough. Let's keep an eye on Malone still. He died as well. That could have been the beginning of the falling of the left. But just as we discussed, that the SOX should split up a little bit more. They're doing it with the advance, so you can see RVC's squad going on the right-hand side with the mountain, and Spirit Dragon actually engaging on the left-hand finger.
I'd like to see them pile the whole team down one side, actually. I'd overwhelm one side, get in, secure the trench, and then rush, holding 2 or 3 guys behind at the back to secure it, anchor it for spawn anchors, and then rush through the trench. But just, I mean, you can't be that organised when you're spawning in different places, unfortunately.
It's very hard to take this trench if you, because I believe. I think it's just very where you spawn determines where you attack, basically, in this map. And well, the Germans do have a very good foothold now in the right-hand side, left-hand side rather.
And the hill, they've got 2 on the hill, and they've got.
They have 6 people in. 6 people in, so they're going to recap this trench. SOX actually besting RVC right now. If they take this trench, it's going to be extremely hard for RVC to retake and make it equal, taking into account the last half as well. They need to make up for that 1 point they lost.
They've been clean on the left, so it's just the hill standing now. And that's
Marana actually getting a very important spawn in there, being the spawn anchor there. But he needs to get some more kills in there in order to gain the left-hand side.
I think that's petered out now, isn't it? That attack. Oh, they're in the finger.
Absolutely, Spirit Dragon was. They keep splitting up their squads. Very nice play. Spirit Dragon actually walking into the left-hand side, not overcommitting, and they're very utilizing that you can spawn on anyone in this game. A very good couple of kills, 3 kills going down by Spirit Dragon. This might actually be, if he can spawn in his teammates, this might be the beginning of the fall of this RVC trench right now.
Oh, they're in the hill as well now, so.
Actually running down, you'll see them split up, going to the right now.
Yeah, it's got a couple of guys on the right, a couple of guys on the left, 1 guy on the hill. Oh, there's one in... Oops. There's a guy on the shoulder of the hill from the from the RVCs.
Oh, wow.
The enemy is attacking!
Let's see if the SOX, they have actually 5 people in here, and if they are capturing this trench, I don't see how RVC is going to be able to get it back. RVC needs to step it up in order to come back into this match.
RVC was spawned heavily on the left, so they're coming into the left now.
Let's take a look if Sir Norman is actually on the far left. This is a very important position in order to in order to recap the whole trench, actually getting his whole team in, everyone who was in life. So 5 people alive into the trench, very important beginning into recapping this trench. But they need to do it as fast as they can, because then they'll have a 3-minute marker in order to defend it. They can't lose it, they need to clear the foothold as fast as they can, and then they'll still have 1 full attack phase in order to make it equal. But it's looking very grim for RVC right now.
Yeah.
SOX doing a tremendous job in, well, just keeping the footholds, keeping people close, splitting up their squads, and showing up in places where they don't expect, RVC doesn't expect them to be. Just like this, Spirit Dragon attacks on the far left. Well, peeking on 4 people, gets killed, gets 1 guy, but he frees up the far left, far right again for SOX to get in even more players. So now they have 6 players in, and actually successfully defending this trench. Very well played by SOX. I'm really impressed.
It's quite balanced again, though. This doesn't feel like any of these trenches are falling fast.
I think for Antali, this is actually what you expect to happen. If you are Antali and you are defending this trench, you'll see the Germans smother their left a little bit and get a foothold on the mountain constantly, but bit by bit taking more and more control of this whole trench, actually stabilizing it and eventually capturing it. And it's a very difficult job for RVC to get it back, but they are actually managing to capturing it, equalizing it. So they have 3 minutes and 16 seconds left to defend this trench, and then they'll probably get 1 more attack phase if they can keep on this onto this trench. So the pressure is on RVC in order to successfully defend this trench. If they lose it, if the trench switch sides again, they will not be able to make it in an equal game anymore. So RVC is fighting for survival right now. They need. Go on.
I was going to say they've got a lot of people in the trench at the moment. So yeah, they're taking the hill back. Yeah, I mean they're not doing too badly, you know. Wait and see. Is anybody capping anything?
No, I don't think so, because there's 2 people on the far right. If actually the guys on the right hand, finger was looking up to the mountain, they could have stopped this little attack by RVC, and but they didn't. So now there are 7 SOX players in the trench again, recapping this trench. And again, if SOX take this, I don't see how they will be able to get it back. But a very nice airplane bomb actually by RVC there, stabilizing. Not stabilizing, sorry. The trench actually gets captured by the Germans right now, and RVC needs to recap it instantly in order to still have a chance to make it an equal game.
You're capping. Someone's capping.
So SOX are actually capping this trench, and they are currently defending this trench, so it's not looking good for RVC now. As I'm trying to spectate. Okay. So SOX is looking very stable in this trench. They have people on the right, they have people on the mountain, and RVC is going to peek over the left now to see if anything is going to be possible to shoot from afar. SOX is looking very stable in this trench. Actually getting flanked by Sherlock here, but a very nice stab. That can be actually paramount, because he doesn't get called out as well. If he can get 2 or 3 people, he will be able to recapture this trench. But this little play, the whole German defense is falling apart, and it might actually be the root reason why they are going to trenches again. But SOX was able to stabilize again for whatever happened in the middle section of this, and then yeah, SOX successfully stabilized it during this defense.
Yeah, I don't think RVC are getting their guys to spawn fast enough, are they really?
No, they aren't, and SOX actually getting 2 very quick kills, stabilizing and getting everyone in from SOX itself in this trench, completely filling up the defending counter. And this is very hard. If SOX don't lose all their people right now, Ulrich actually walking back a little bit to get the spawn anchor, then they might be able to retake it, but it's still going to be extremely difficult to keep it. But RVC, they have 3 minutes and 14 seconds left in this defense phase, and then they'll have just 9 seconds left into the attack phase, and you can't take a trench in 9 seconds. So I think SOX might have done enough, and they might actually gain more points on RVC right now if they recapture this trench again.
What happens if there is a draw?
If this one draws out, SOX win by 1 point because of the first match, but they are actually successful in capturing this trench again. It's Artois is notorious about how many times the trenches switch, but a 5-4 scoreline is not something you see very much. Let's see if we... It's... RVC needs to regain this trench instantly, but it's drilled out, so it looks like they are not going to be winning this game, but they can still make this one equal, which is very hard for RVC. I think that's to be considered a win in itself. Actually, 2 people crossing each other on a little bridge. Very interesting how they are missing each other. You don't see that often either. But RVC needs to recapture the trench. I think they deserve it. They need a draw on this one. It's so equal, and it's so nice to see how these teams are going toe-to-toe. They are actually able to retake the trench again, making the score 5-5, and they need 1 minute 50 to defend this trench.
Well, I mean, that's getting too old for this.
So much is happening at the same time, actually. RVC needs to be careful. They need to be more careful in their defenses. I think the mistake they're making is that they're just too aggressive, trying to retake a trench when they don't have the numbers to do it. And
this is the best way to play the game, though, is to be aggressive.
That's true, but 8 versus 8, especially against a very good team like SOX, you're going to get killed and you're going to lose numbers. And because you don't have the spawning advantage, you'll eventually lose the trench, as just happened again with SOX. So what they did, they run against a wall of SOX, making and they traded equally. But because they traded equally, SOX is able to spawn more people faster, resulting in the capture of the German side again. As we're going to see the last 40 seconds, if RVC is going to set up an attack good enough in order to recapture this trench for the last time and make it an equal score. But it's going to be extremely close, as RVC is just now pushing into the mid. They're actually splitting up left and right in order to get as many kills as they can, but they're getting defused by the people on the mountain now, and that is the last counter attack, the last little advance they had defused. With 10 seconds and only 1 squad in, you will not be able to recapture the trench. So this game is played. It looks like SOX is going to win another. Again, with 1 more trench on the scoreboard. Very well played by both teams, and a very exciting match. What do you think, Rio?
I thought it was a good game. Well played, everybody. It's another one of those ones where I get confused in my old age. And yeah, it was all over the place, wasn't it? It was a good old fight. Nobody got over 60 kills this time, though. Oh, no, Sir Norman did. My God.
Sir Norman, very well played. Very good game by both teams. GG. SOX win by 2 points. This one by a 6-5 score line. An absolutely crazy game this was. A lot of points that were not like last moment captures and things like that, but just very solid play and utilizing the spawn abilities by both squad types, and very tactical plays. Spirit Dragon advancing on the left while the tech is going down on the right hand side. Very good communication by both teams, but SOX actually being able to well, turn ahead, be ahead, and they won this match by 2 points.